Welcome everybody to the channel, RV with the Radcliffes. Now, I'm not a Radcliffe, however, I am going to be helping Mr. Parker Radcliffe with some questions and facilitating today's video, and it's going to be about the series of fifth wheel campers. I think there might be some other campers in there, but I think it's predominantly going to be fifth wheels, and today we are going to be speaking specifically about the Arctic Wolf made by Forest River. Now, the first question that we wanted to go over was what kind of price point we're looking at. So what's like the low point and the high point of somebody's budget? So if they're looking to say, hey, I have $30,000 or I have $100,000, is this the price point for a camper for them?
Yes, so the 23 MLE starts just below $32,000, depending on where you're located in the U.S. The 3950 Suite can run you up to $110,000.
It's expensive.
Yes, it is very expensive, but it's worth it.
Now, what makes it worth it?
Just the design, the flooring, like how nice everything is. That's what makes it really nice.
What are the countertops? Are they granite, or what kind of countertops can you expect?
They're not full granite because of weight. They're just like a little bit lower in granite.
Okay. Now, what about flooring? Is it all hardwood?
It's like a laminate type hardwood.
Okay. So what is the most popular, because I know you said the price range was, kind of a wide array. So what's the most popular campers that they make, like price range wise?
The most popular models start at around $40,000 and can run you up to around $60,000.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
Much better than that $100,000 you were talking about.
Yes.
I think that's pretty decent.
Yes.
So, I guess a question to tie into that is, what are some of the cool features with these campers? And what can you expect from a low-end model, a high-end model, a mid-end model? What's standard? What's maybe an option?
Well, some cool features that it comes with, no packages. It has a full-size walk-around bed. It has a shower skylight.
A lot of RVs do that, I've noticed.
Yes, a lot of them do. It has a bedroom TV prep, and it also has an armored underbelly to keep it really warm under so your lines don't freeze, and it keeps also the floor warm during winter months.
Now, what are some options you can get?
Some options are like tire gauges, and another one kind of with that is you can get a backup camera, and those are some of the cool features. And
well, let me ask you this, Parker. With all these features, the ones that are standard and then also the ones you have to pay for, with the standard features that Arctic Wolf provides, what is one optional feature you would recommend people get?
Honestly, I really recommend the tire gauge sensors, because on your passenger side is your blind side, and you cannot see those tires at all. If you're driving down the road and one goes to blow, it'll like beep and warn you, and if you don't have them, you'll just be driving down the road, it'll blow, it could do serious damage.
Now, for the people who aren't into RVs like myself, whereas you know a lot more than I do, is that not something that's typically with campers? Because when you buy a car, that's always included.
Now, some campers come with it. I've seen a lot of toy haulers come already with it. Some fifth wheels I've seen came with it, but a lot of them you have to buy and add on. It's pretty easy. It's not a lot of money. It's like $200 or so.
So that's something that with no Arctic Wolf is provided standard?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. Now, for the people wondering what kind of weight we're looking at for these RVs. So what's like the low end weight, high end weight, and again the midpoint for if somebody went for a more popular mid-tier model?
The lightest weight is around 7,400 pounds dry, and the heaviest is around 11,400 dry. Now, for the lower end weight, loaded, I would estimate it being around 8,200 pounds, and for the higher end weight, loaded, I would estimate it to be around 12,100 pounds.
Okay. What about the height? So we talked about the weight, but what about the height?
There's different height ranges depending on what size of the camper you get. The shortest height is around 12 feet 11 inches. And the tallest height is around 13 feet 6 inches.
Now, are any of these to the point where you'd have to be worried about going underneath the bridge?
The 13 feet 6 inches, if you live in, like, Maine, I know some of their bridges are pretty low, so you would have to worry about that. But I don't think any other states have a lot of low bridges.
What if somebody lives in Northern California? Do they need to be concerned?
Not really, besides trees, honestly. That's always a concern with fifth wheels is trees.
Okay. Now, what kind of vehicle are we looking at to tow these, Parker? What kind of truck? What kind of power do you need?
You need at least a 2500 or an F250.
Dually?
Doesn't have to be a dually, but you can do it and just have a lot of extra power. You could use a 1-ton truck or a 3500 or F350. Now, if you're doing like a toy hauler fifth wheel, I would recommend an F350 3500 or F450 4500 dually to tow the bigger, heavier fifth wheel toy haulers with your toys.
Okay. Well, what about slide outs? How many slide outs are we looking at?
They're small. Arctic Wolf's smallest model has only one slide. And the biggest model has about 5 slides.
Now, with those slide outs, can you use the truck battery, or what kind of power do you need?
Well, these campers do come with solar on the roof with batteries that last around 6 hours with no solar charging them. But you could go for days if you have enough sun on the batteries and solar.
Now, what about the people that are looking to get a camper to go out with the family, with the pets? Are these campers kids and pet safe, in your opinion?
Arctic Wolf takes everybody into consideration. They have dog latches built in on the outside. It's pet safe inside. Everything has nice hard latches. It's nice, the couches are nice material where dogs can't really chew it up. It's kid safe. Arctic Wolves do have a lot of sleeping arrangements. They do a lot of pull-out couches.
Okay. Now, what else is there to talk about? Is there anything else you want to cover? I think we hit most of the points. Is there anything you want to leave the viewers with as they're looking at maybe getting an Arctic Wolf?
Arctic Wolves has really nice 60-gallon, all tanks are 60-gallon.
That's big.
They do come with a lot of outside storage. I believe almost all of their models have an outdoor kitchen. and they come with a rack on the back to put your bikes on. But you can buy from Lippert a bike bike holders that bolt onto the rack to hold your bikes even more.
Maybe we'll put a link to the description.
Yeah, we can do that.
Put a link in the description.
And they're really Arctic Wolf fifth wheels make really nice campers. The camper is a really good brand. If everything we discussed fits your criteria, you should get one.
Now, where can the viewers go get one of these? Are these pretty commonly available? You can go to any like RV type store. You can go to Camping World, Myers RV, or where would you recommend?
They're pretty common. Camping World usually has some. Myers does smaller ones.
What about for the folks out on the West Coast?
I'd still do Camping World. Myers doesn't go on the West Coast, or even down south. If you guys have ever heard of Lazy Days RV, they have one in Tucson, Arizona, and Tampa, Florida. They, I believe, carry Arctic Wolf brands and different models of Arctic Wolf.
Well, I think that pretty much covers all the questions. I would say, Parker, unless there's anything else you want to say, just if you appreciated the video, we would appreciate it if you leave a like, subscribe, share it. If there's any questions you have for Mr. Parker you would like him to answer, just feel free to leave a comment. Parker will definitely take a look and will reply when possible, or maybe even include some of the feedback in the next video. So is there anything else you want to say?
No, just I know this is our first video. It might not be perfect. Our channel is RV'ing with the Radcliffes. Thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe, leave a like. We'll post a new video very soon. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.